Contact!
Before I start the review, it's important to note I would predominantly look at its core design. Having 50 mag pouches, 5 comms, 20/40 mics, and 15.5 Glock mags on it really doesn't give you a clear picture of the design and function of the base unit. So let's take a totally non-operator civilian look at the Sentinel Plate Carrier by Combat Systems. When I usually try to make a review, there are 3 points I gotta cover: design, quality, and function. So let's start with the design. The Sentinel Plate Carrier looks the part back to front. Besides its slick and clean profile, I gotta admit the Sentinel is one of the most comfortable plate carriers I've had on. The mesh padding hugs my involuntary dad body in ways my old lady shouldn't know about. There are several design factors that play into the comfort of the plate carrier. One of them is the fact it has 2 slots to carry armor, hard and soft. While most are only running plates like I do, with some armed forces it's mandatory to run both. The extra layer of fabric gives us more cushion and really adds to the comfort level. I run medium soppy plates in my medium spec plate carrier. There is a little room for wiggle inside the pocket, but nothing that bothers me too much, and this also allows for slightly different cut plates to be fitted. The comfort and fit of the Sentinel isn't only due to the padding and extra fabric. The ROC buckles helps with the fit as well. Normally with a Cummerbund attaching to the front using Velcro or to the sides with QASM buckles, the apex is either centered at the front or slightly off to the side. With the ROCs, the apex of where the contour should be feels more natural and adds more flexibility with movement around your lower torso. I like the ROC buckles, but they don't come without their faults. I'll talk more about that later. The Cummerbunds feature 4 MOLLE row height. This allows for bigger size pouches to be attached and helps once again with the fit and comfort. They also feature built-in pockets for soft armor inserts. The pockets are easily accessed from the top with the pull tabs and can be used for storage of other types of gear. I'll dive more into that later as well. The Cummerbund is adjustable at the back under the back panel. You have the option to secure the Cummerbund even more, which I highly recommend. As you can see, the Sentinel has a lot of Hypalon laser cuts. I've never been a fan of the Hypalon cuts, but it helps to keep the weight down and gives it a more slick look. You can remove the front panel, which exposes a large Velcro area to attach a Picard or chest rig adaptation. Looking at my multicam version, it's nice to see they added the MC pattern to the Velcro as well. The shoulder pads are just excellent. No, it's not a revolutionary game-changing design, it just works as intended. The padding and mesh feels great and adds to the comfort level. The shoulder pads also features cable management loops. If you didn't see my unbox video, a little tip is to attach them underneath the Velcro flap to better secure them instead of rolling them. I'll be honest, quality in this case is a hard point to prove. Here's where I might become a little biased and my lack for testing the plate carrier in combat falls short. Combat Systems makes great gear. I have yet to find a flaw in their way of manufacturing their plate carrier. The stitching is solid and consistent. Matching the 2 Sentinels I have, the double-triple stitching is evident and only leads me to think that the thought process behind the manufacturing is thorough and meticulous. But in a bit, there is one concerning item I would like to talk about. So let's look at the core of the plate carrier: function. The main function of any plate carrier is to carry a plate. Okay, done. But really, the Sentinel has more laser cuts than Bernstein had voters, so you're covered in the customization department. Whatever pouches, comms, cables, RBG fans, and whatnot you want on it, you have the option to make this PC fit your needs. But what about the ROC buckles? While I have no issues with the Cummerbund buckles, I do want to share a concern I had with the placement of the shoulder buckles. The initial thoughts I had was that quick release was a nice feature to have, and this newer style of implementing it is refreshing. My main concern was, though, the quick release function would lead to some sort of unintentional release. While this isn't easy to accomplish, it is a very possible scenario. My good friend Eli from Project Gecko had the misfortune of actually experiencing this during one of his drills. The buttstock can snag the ROC buckle, causing it to release. Now the placement of the buckle is crucial. The ROC buckle for the shoulders do sit a bit low, which puts them in the red zone for buttstock interference. Also, the pull direction to release the buckle is in line with the direction of where the buttstock usually would impact on the buckle. Something like switching the left out with the right might just minimize unintentional releases. However, while stress testing the polymer buckles to see how they held up against hard impacts and to see if I could cause an unintentional release, this unfortunately happened. Now, some might see this as a catastrophic failure, while others might argue this was an unnecessary and unrealistic test. What happened was a small piece inside the top locking mechanism broke, rendering the buckle useless. This was heartbreaking. Despite there was a small chance for an unintentional release, there were quick fixes like securing the paracord to the shoulder strap or removing it entirely. Take a look and listen again and decide for yourselves. For all intents and purposes, my multicam Sentinel is now out of action indefinitely. Then there are the Cummerbund pockets. I love that you already have a built-in pocket system. It gives you more value out of your PC without having to invest into more pouches. But these are specifically made to hold soft armor inside. I wish they were made to carry gear and kit instead, like my civilian first aid kit. Since my CV IFAK is lightweight, this isn't a problem. But once you start adding items with some weight to them, the Cummerbunds begin to sag outwards. Having a divider in the middle could probably keep it from sagging as it does, so bear in mind to keep whatever you have in those pockets light to mid-weight, especially once you start adding additional pouches to the Cummerbund. It's hard to point out these flaws in the Sentinel because it is a really great plate carrier. The quality is superb and the comfort level unprecedented. The Sentinel is overall a great PC that can cover a lot of different roles. The Cummerbund pocket is a minor issue, but the ROC buckle breaking is a point I can't ignore. In Combat Systems' defense, they don't make the ROC buckle. They simply went with that manufacturer. So what do you guys think? Was it too hard? Was it an unfair test that broke the buckle? Let me know in the comment section as this helps me in future reviews. You might want to compare the Sentinel to other plate carriers with similar designs. But at the time of recording this video, 220 euros for this type of plate carrier is a very good price. The Sentinel is available in 8 color options. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check it out. Rumor has it though that Combat System is working on a Mark II, which might take some of my points into account and show a lot of improvements. And on one final note guys, please be sure to watch this public service announcement. Thanks for watching.
It's important during these difficult times to remember to keep your social distance, wash your hands, and report to your physician if you're showing symptoms of the COVID-19 virus. But the most important thing to remember is that Epstein didn't kill himself.